On New Year's, I'm going to tell you a little short story about my first day of New Year's. Me and my kids, we went to church, and their father wanted to see them after church, get them for a few more days. So I dropped them off, and on my way home, my car started doing something funny. Now, mind you, it's like almost 2 o'clock in the morning. I didn't panic or anything. Um, I didn't panic. I didn't pull over. I didn't do anything but pray. I started praying just to make it home safely. I didn't go into a panic mode and started calling people, texting people, or anything like that. I just prayed and slowed down and put on my flashers and, just prayed the rest of the way home. I made it home. Needless to say, I made it home. But the point is this: if we'll take a second to just breathe and trust God, the outcome will be favorable for you. He said that He will take care of us. We are much more than the birds of the air that doesn't have to worry about what they're going to eat or where they're going to be sheltered. Aren't we much more than that? So my encouragement to you is, when things happen, don't go into panic mode. Go into prayer mode. Yeah, let's go into prayer mode. I've been divorced for, 12 years now. Was it 12 years? Yeah. No. Is it 12 years? 2015. So, yeah, almost 10 years. Almost 10 years. I've been divorced almost 10 years now. And I have not had to beg for bread or miss a beat. I just kept prayer going. Try to stay positive in the midst of things that is going on. And it has not failed me yet. And it's not going to fail me. I don't call myself a single mother because my kids' father are very active and he's very much so a part of their life. But I am a divorced mother. So and that comes with its obstacles and this, that, and other. But God gives me the strength every single time to accomplish or get through whatever I need to get through. So if I ain't got nobody, I know for a fact I got God, and everything's going to work out. Now, mind you, I went through this divorce pregnant with our youngest kid. And I tell you, out of the 2 pregnancies, that was the best pregnancy. We have a 13-year-old and we have a 10-year-old. The last pregnancy was the best pregnancy, even though I was going through a divorce. Now, I'm not going to say God, allow for the divorce or say it should be a divorce or anything like that. But what I will say is that when we make decisions and those decisions are not favorable to our lives or something that is beneficial for us, He will give us grace and mercy to get through even those times. All right? He will give us grace and mercy to get through those times, so we can get back on the right path. Because when you're going through a whole lot of stuff, your focus is, all over the place. It's all over the place. And He don't want us to be sad and pain or going through anything emotionally, physically, whatever. He don't want anything negative to be happening in our lives. So He will give us grace and mercy to get ourselves on a better path, to get ourselves in a better place. So just like sometimes we go ahead and make decisions and we didn't ask Him about it before we even got started, So for that, I would say, If you find yourself in a situation, relationship, or whatever that you didn't even ask God about in the first place, it's okay. It's okay to find yourself again on the right path by whatever you need to do that. Okay? For me, it was divorce. But like I said, it was the best pregnancy out of the 2 pregnancies. He's happier wherever he's at right now. I'm at peace and I'm happy with me. Yeah. And then in the process of going through different things, find something that makes you happy. Find something that helps you to become a better you. Find something that is basically your therapy. Some people take the traditional route, therapy. Some people, in my case, dance. Some people, take up a hobby. But find a therapy that will help you through different situations in life. We deal with a lot of trauma. We do. And if we don't find an avenue to seek some kind of help or some kind of remedy to help us to get to a better place, we are slowly dying. Don't die. Okay? Don't die. Whatever you do, don't die. Live. Just live. And God can help you to live. You just gotta trust Him. You don't have to have a big circle of people. God knows exactly who you need, what you need, when you need it, and everything else. Now, granted, we make some mistakes of our own and pick different things and people and stuff like that. But grace and mercy will help you get through even those times too. We just got to trust God. Just trust God, I promise you. Trust in God, you will see that's all you need. And all the things and people that God gives you will be there when the time is right and when it's needed. But the main thing is He don't want the focus or the glory to go to somebody else. It has to be God. You have to know your relationship got to be built so strong to where no matter who's there and who isn't there, no matter what happens and what doesn't happen, you know God got you. You got to have a love relationship with Him to know that no matter what, He got you. Let me tell you a little story. When I was going through this divorce, it wasn't physical. It wasn't no physical abuse. But the emotional, spiritual, and mental agony, I said, Lord, if it means I have to start over from scratch, if it means I have to sell my home and literally just give up everything to start over from scratch just to have a peace of mind, it will be worth it, because I know you gave me this, you will help me get another. I just want to be at peace. That's how emotional and mentally the relationship was. It was toxic. It was just too much. I felt like I was being killed. That's how it felt. It was just too much. It's like I needed to escape, and I was like pregnant with our second child, and I just wanted to get up out of there. I just wanted to be done. Just be done. It was too much. It was too much. And nobody knew what was going on in my household. And that's the way I felt it's supposed to be. When you're married, you put the work on it with your spouse, and, nobody's supposed to know or whatever. Except that, the few people who are close to them, who may have been right there when an argument or something took place, they know because they was right there or whatever. But, yeah. So, but like I said, I'm much happier. I'm at peace. He's much happier. He's at peace. The kids are happy. They're at peace, even though they argue back and forth and stuff. But they're boys. They're gonna do what they do. But for the most part, overall, we're happy. In 2 separate households. My ex-husband living his life. I'm living my life, And, sometimes it be like that. So I say that to say this. Don't think that the world is going to fall apart if you have to make a decision that will help you to be in a better, safer, happier, peaceful, loving space. If you're not well, nobody is well. You got to take time to take care of yourself. In order to take care of yourself, you got to have a relationship with God, the creator, the one who created you, the one who supply all your needs, the one who give you breath in your body to even breathe, to even live, the one who connects all the dots day in and day out for you, whether you fully acknowledge it or not. If you trust God, baby, ain't nothing you can't do or nothing that comes to you that you can't go through or over, because he's going to give you the strength to do that. But we got to put our focus on him and we got to trust him. So like I said, I'm in a better place. No, my life is not perfect, but I'm in a good place because I know God is my father. He's my creator. He's my provider. He's my heart regulator. He's my mind regulator. He's my heart fixer. He's my all in all. And I know no matter what comes or go, I'm going to be all right. And there's no better place to be. Children can fix that. Husband can fix that. Family can fix that. Even I myself can't fix that for me. It's God. It's God making a maze in my head and my heart. Just, I can see a path. It's a maze, but I still can see a path. And that, listen. Divorce, 2 kids, and my life is far better than it was. Far better than what it was when I was married. Far better. So back to the New Year's night with the car. So New Year's Day, of course, everything was closed. I called on the next morning, which was Thursday morning, and asked them for an appointment. I said preferably today. So she said it was like a 10:30, 11 o'clock appointment. So I took the 10:30. All right, so I got myself together, went outside, and I cranked the car because I did a little research, trying to see what's going on in the car. So I did a little research and went outside, crank it. So for the first few minutes, it was like whatever, and then it started back again, making noise and stuff. So I got in my work vehicle, went to the store and got some oil, came back, put it in, and still was doing that. I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to just pray and I'm going to go ahead and go. What's the worst that could happen? I'm already right here at this point. I'm like, okay, I'm going to pray and I'm going to just go. If I break down the way, I'll just call AAA and have them tow it or whatever. But I was like, I'm going. So I started out taking off. It was still rough, but it smoothed out a little bit. So I was going like 60. So I got to the dealership. I already knew I needed an oil change. So he was telling me some other stuff I needed, like a spark plug and some air filter. So I'm like, okay, go ahead and do that. So he did that, and it was like 2 hours plus later, he came and said, oh, it didn't fix the problem. I said, okay, well, go ahead and do a diagnostic. I'm like, okay, this is going to be another bill or whatever. But go ahead and do the diagnostic because I need to know what's going on with the car. So he came back like an hour and a half later. He's like, come on. So I came to the counter and he's like, well, it was the spark plug. We had to reset it. I'm not going to charge you for a diagnostic. You think? Because I was not going to pay for one. I told you to fix it from the job, so you're going to put it on the diagnostic and, but I guess they put it on the diagnostic to see that they needed to reset it or whatever. That's why, it was no new, diagnostic reading or whatever. So that's fair. Of course it's fair. So, yeah. But the thing about that is, like, for over a year, I was like, okay, I want a new SUV because, the kids are getting bigger. We're taking trips and stuff like that. And there's freeze up in my little car half here. So I was like, okay. So I took it as God's sign of telling me, okay, it's time to go ahead and get it. You're free to go ahead and get it. Go ahead and get it. So I'm starting to look again. a little bit more seriously, starting to look. No rush. But starting to look again to see, who will be a fit for me and my family. And and God works just like that. If you pay attention to signs and stuff like that, for me, that's how I work. Cause I'm like, I get complacent or comfortable, and He has a way of, let me know, our communication, to let me know it's like, it's okay, you get to go, you can go and get that, or you can go ahead and do that, so yeah, so yeah, yeah, so that was my thing. But it always happened like that, even at work, running my business or whatever. It happens like that. I don't panic when things happen. I don't be like, oh, why me? Oh, why not? Nope. I just start praying. And it's like, okay, if this is what it is, then, God is going to help me through this. It's just keeping that faith and keeping that trust in Him, and He works it out every single time. And I'm not bragging on me. I'm bragging on the God that I serve, because He's just that awesome and amazing, just like that. Just like that. Granted, I got some stuff in my closet that need to be cleaned out, some things that need to be fixed, but my God is still my God. My God is still my God, and He still loves me, just like He loves each and every one of us. So yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's my rant. So just because you're single or divorced with kids and da 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 da, you still got all the help you need. You still got everything you need in having a relationship with God. Not just knowing of God and praying to Him when you want something, but having a relationship with Him, meaning like you think about Him. Even when you do wrong, you try to, you try to do right. You ask Him to forgive you. You ask Him to help you when you know you're falling short. Just keep Him at the forefront. No, I ain't saying, like how some people might say, oh, you got to stay in your Bible 24/7. Got to stay at the church house 24/7. You got to stay on your knees 24/7. You got to develop a relationship with God that is just you and God. Your relationship, just like every relationship, just like if you got kids, your relationship with your kids are not the same with each one of them. It's something different because they're all unique. Well, our relationship with our God is the same way. We're all unique. We're all different, Now, granted, there's some things that is preliminary, but we still have our own way of our own relationship, our own, for lack of a better word, customized relationship with God. So, you got, He knows our heart. And that ain't just something you say to other people, just the whatever, the pass by, whatever. No, you just know. He knows your heart. You know your heart, and you operate in that. You operate in that. Not so much just, oh, well, God know my heart, girl. Leave me alone. No, I ain't talking about that. No, I ain't talking about that. That's just something else. Because if you know God knows your heart, you ain't even got to say that, really. I'm just saying, you really don't have to say that. But, yeah, so, yeah, it's Sunday. I'm waiting for my kids to come home. But, yeah, it's 2025. Yeah, this is my year. I know I always say it all the time, but this 25 is a special number for me. So this is my year. I was born on the 25th. I'm going to be 52 this year. Yeah, so that 25 is, and I like to identify, I'm a Sagittarius, so I like to identify myself as a quarter horse. Yeah, or somebody be like, where's your birthday? Oh, this now November 25th. This say it's more than a dime, a quarter. Yeah. Yeah, but you gotta find, I'll say this, you gotta find love for yourself to be able to see a lot of beauty in this world. If you don't have love for yourself, you're not gonna see the beauty in this world, and God could help you to love yourself. And when you love yourself, you could then at that point love others, take care of others. If you're not loving yourself, taking care of yourself, you can't possibly, truthfully, wholeheartedly love anybody else or take care of them. Not even your children. You got to love yourself. You guys, in order, and when you love yourself, you know how you should be treated. You're not gonna stand for certain things and just be, taking certain things or whatever, or people or whatever. Granted, no situation is perfect, but if you love yourself, that situation that is not conducive to love, respect, it's not gonna stay around you long if it even comes around you at all. So, God is amazing. He is truly amazing. Amazing. I mean, amazing. I could be driving sometime and I might have not been paying attention, or I might have not seen something, and it feels like the car or my work vehicle just move over to the right a little bit. It's almost like God's hand just, block me, and I'm sitting there like, thank you, Lord, because it's like, it's no other way to explain it. It's no other way to explain it. It's like, yeah, that part. So long story short, I'ma just say, find yourself in God's hand. Find yourself creating a relationship with Him, getting to know Him for yourself, not what mama and daddy and grandparents or sister, brother, or wife or husband tell you. Go after God yourself and find out about our Creator for yourself. Form your own personal relationship, and I promise you, you will not turn back. Peace.